What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to FBA Capital. And today I'm bringing you guys another daily range case study on US 30 along with the weekly review of overall what happened throughout this week and overall case study of that price action. So without further ado, let's get right on into these charts. So the first thing we're going to do is, if you guys follow along to these daily range case study videos, it's very repetitive. We're going to start off by making the previous day's high and marking the previous day's low. First thing you might notice is the previous day's low is what got ran through. Previous day's high was nowhere near ran through. But you guys are also got to keep in mind that today was NFP, and that's what caused this consolidation overall in price. So nothing crazy happened, but nonetheless, there's still things that you can learn from all of this price action. So now let's get 18 o'clock all the way to midnight, just like this. Make it orange. And now we're going to get the 12 a.m. open, which is going to be right here. So now we have the overall outline of everything that's happening. So there's a few areas in price that I want you to pay attention to. I want you to pay attention to this high, this low, this high, this low, and this retracement right here. Now, why are these significant, you might be asking? So for one, we're going to start off with the previous day's high and low. We're going to see if there's a potential Fib retracement in here. As you can see, there was, and you see it's at 38.20% right here. So at what time? 3:30 in the morning, we got the high of the day above the 12 a.m. open, and price traded into 13,900, along with tapping into this 38.20% level. So that's one, two, about three confirmations for why this is going to hold as the high of the day. So like I said, this was at, let's just say 3:15. So 3:15 a.m. we got the high of the day after price traded into, oh, this is NAS100. Okay, I was going to do US 30, but we're already on NAS, so it is what it is. So at 3:15, we had the high of the day at 13,900, along with the 38.20% Fib short, along with being above the 12 a.m. open. So these are all confirmations for why price should overall hold this high. And by knowing that this high should be held, this is going to show us what we could potentially be looking for later on in the day. So we're going to be keeping this high in mind. So like I said, high of the day, London session, had it run above the 12 a.m. open, traded into a big figure level, and then from here, price overall ran down lower. Now, the second area I want you to pay attention to is right down here. We got the previous day's low at 11 a.m. Not previous day, but the low of the day at 11 a.m. after clearing the previous day's low and having a false break, along with tapping into what? Where are we in price? We are at, I'm going to just say, I don't want to say 700. I'm going to say 650. So 13,650, which is a mid-figure level. So right here. Right here, we got 13,650. So that's a mid-figure level. We tapped in 13,650. Along with clearing the Asian session low also. So we also cleared the Asian session low, along with this previous day's low. So we cleared the liquidity below here, and this is where price overall ended the day at the low of the day right here. So now, where could you potentially look to catch a potential trade? So now we have this overall outline. Now, what would you have done to catch a trade? Simply, if we knew we were bearish, we know that we had this high of the day, we know we're looking for a potential London continuation, we're going to simply wait for a pullback. So we're going to wait for price to create a high or a low. In this case, we created a low right here. So now we're going to use this fib, draw it to this low. You see the 38.20% never got traded above. It did get traded above, but it never closed above, which is a very bearish sign. Now let's get the other lines also. And you see how it tapped into these fib levels after clearing these highs to the left. So we had this false break of this short-term swing high, traded into this fib, and then traded into this 15-minute bearish order block that was created during that London session where we had that high of the day. So now you see all these little confirmations in this specific area for why price should have dropped. And now let's annotate it. So at what time? The first time was at 8:30, the NFP spike, and then 9:30. So at 8:30 and 9:30. So at 8:30. Move this higher. So at 8:30 and 9:30, we traded into the 15-minute bearish order block, along with the Fib short. And where were we in price? We were at about, I would say we basically almost tapped in the 13,900. So I'm not going to say anything else. So we have the Fib short at 9:30, 8:30, 15-minute bearish order block above the 12 a.m. open. And what else do we have? Weather confirmation. And we also cleared, we had a false break of short-term high. And this is what led price to overall continue this downwards spiral that it ended up doing. And this is actually something that I was personally able to catch today. So if you're in my live this morning, you would know that this is something I was actually able to catch. So right here, this is a great example of a bearish London continuation move. So now let's draw the schematic of what happened today. So we had the Asian session, just like this. London session came up, created the high of the day, but didn't clear the Asian session high. Had to run down, retrace into it, and had to run lower. Had a retracement, and then kept going lower. Just a basic continuation day. So yesterday was bearish, so we just followed the trend of the bearish day, just like this. And even if you missed this first move, you simply could have waited and maybe pulled your fib from this high to this low and got this in move right here, came above the 12 a.m. open again and tapped into this 13,800 level, which is where majority of this consolidation actually is. And that's why majority of price in this area is hugging this area right here. So we also have that 50% of the Asian session range right in there also. So we have the 50% of the Asian session range, which is in alignment with 13,800, which is also in alignment with the 38.20% level, and which is also in alignment with the 12 a.m. open. So there's a lot of consolidation in this level because there's a lot of orders being put in. But as you can see from this level is where we got the majority of the expansions away from price. So nonetheless, now we're going to get a screenshot of this. I'm going to make sure I put it in the Telegram. So if you're not in the Telegram, make sure you join that so you can get the daily case study screenshots along with the videos sent there. Why does it keep doing this? And after I get this screenshot, I'm going to show you overall what happened throughout the day. Not day, throughout the week. So just like that, we're going to get rid of this. We're going to go to the hour time frame. I'm going to look at this from the weekly perspective. Didn't mean to do that. So from here, this is where the market opened on the weekly. Right over here. Just like that. This is where the market opened from this up candle. So as you can see, this is a little bit of a weird one, but now let's pay attention to where we got the highs and lows of the week. So we got the high of the week on Thursday. Right up here, we got the high of the week on Thursday. And then we have the low of the week on Friday. So we came down and cleared these lows right over here. And it made the low of the week on Friday. Just like this. Now, where could have you potentially got some trades on? We're going to pay attention to last week's low. Just like we look at previous day's lows, we're going to look at the previous week's low. Along with, where is it at? This high right here. So now let's pull our fib from this week's low to that week's high. We're going to see if we got a potential retracement early on in the week. Let's try to 30.20%. As you can see right here, we had this continuation move where you could have caught on Sunday open, and that is what led price to have this overall expansion. But nonetheless, nothing really happened this week. It was a lot of consolidation. So let's just show what happened. So the market opened right here. We're going to make this just a random color. We're going to make it say orange. Market opened. Came all the way up to here. Made the high of the week. But then came all the way back below again. Traded all the way back down here. And then came up and closed basically where it opened at. So nonetheless, it was a pretty bearish week on the higher time frames. So I'm going to show you guys what it will look like on the daily. Let me just make this a little bit cleaner, just like that. So now let's look at this on the daily time frame. We're just going to get rid of everything and look at this on a daily. We have this very big bearish candle right here. So it kind of looks different than what it should look like, honestly. What did I do wrong here? Oh, I did the week. That's why, not the day. Makes sense. Right here. Yes, there we go. As you can see, this is exactly what we have on that lower time frame. So I'm going to take that off. As you can see, this bearish doji. Now we're going to go back to our time frame. We have the same thing. And you can just simply look at it by seeing where the market opens, the highs and the lows of the week, and you can get things just like this. So like I said, high of the week on Thursday, low of the week on Friday, and we're going to get a screenshot of this, and we're going to also put this in our journal so we can then use this for the future to then anticipate when price is likely to make lows and highs of the week based off of past information and data that we have. So without further ado, I'm going to end this video off here. So if you found this video helpful in any way, shape, or form, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you comment your thoughts on this video. So if it was able to help you in any way, shape, or form, make sure you do that. Make sure you stay motivated by the fear of being average. And I will see you guys for the weekly market breakdown that's going to be coming out either tomorrow or Sunday. So without further ado, everyone be safe, have a good weekend, and let's get ready for the next weekend.